It's funny, isn't it, when things go wrong for individuals, particularly those that tell us about how we should have integrity, transparency and all that sort of stuff. Best to tell the truth from the off, that sort of thing. If you remember, of course, with Prince Harry, he was forever telling us about these secret press parties that were held at the palace, that all these deals were done between hierarchy, senior royals to get the very best press coverage, that sort of stuff. And that's why he was, hoofing it off, Mexican. He wanted to strike out on his own, have his own independence. And then, of course, he realised, I think, that without the security and, of course, the integrity of the British monarchy and that team around him, just how quickly it falls through. He put all of his eggs in one basket by alluding to the fact that Meghan Markle was some kind of marketing genius, when in fact, if you looked at it, she was well into her 30s and she barely scraped the surface of getting any success. But Harry, not having much of a light bulb moment already in his life, felt differently. Now, though, he's really having to do something that even he must find rather toe-curling, as ever explained. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for joining me today. As I said, if you have recovered from your general election, if you are over in America, I think it's just called an election over there, isn't it? What a show. Whatever side you're on, though, a lot of money, a lot of showmanship, and of course a lot of hope for many people, and for some, well, discord and unhappiness. But that is what happens in a vote, isn't it? It doesn't matter whether it's a school prom, a beauty contest, whatever. There's a winner and there's a loser, and basically, you just have to get on with life, smile and hope for the best. That's my motto anyway. What can you do? We're not in a position of power, are we? So you just have to think, okay, is this what we're doing now? We'll go along with it. Life has a way of sorting itself out. Do you agree? Absolutely. That's what Prince Harry's hoping, at least, simply because if you remember, the problem that he now has with his visa is very, very, well, a big problem, because this is what he detailed in his book. And as you know, certain individuals have tried to get that overturned to see exactly what's been on his document. Now, during the previous administration of the Biden years, well, that apparently was under lock and key. And even more recently, of course, the president at the time, Biden, basically said, no, it wouldn't be revealing it. As we know, Eric Trump was rather open about it. But Harry now, apparently, according to a very well-placed source, has decided there's a way around this. And he's decided, as ever, we have to say allegedly, to reach out to someone that really he should have given more courtesy to. But at least he made the effort when they came over to London. We're talking, of course, about the Trumps, but more importantly, his daughter, Ivanka. Now, Ivanka, I've met her, a very beautiful lady, very nice, actually, very, very courteous and kind, lovely to animals. You can always tell somebody, can't you, if they're really sweet to animals. You think, well, they can't be a bad person. She really was kind to a person's dog in the street. And you think, wow, nice lady. Now, what I like about this particular story, according to that source, basically Harry feels if he reaches out to her, then they could have something of a private, take to see exactly where they are. This is all about the fear of the fact that it could unravel, and he, of course, could be exposed for whether he was telling the truth or not on his visa application. I don't know about you, but whichever way you look at it, it's an absolute mess. Now, one might suggest that Ivanka wouldn't really have that much sway, but she does get on incredibly well, naturally, with her own father. And let's not forget, in the favour of Prince Harry, Donald Trump is a big fan of the British monarchy, and in particular the Queen. But he got on incredibly well with His Majesty the King, King Charles also, along with the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. So I would suspect that whatever people are saying, I think he may become a little bit more lenient in time, seemingly because he wouldn't want to upset the monarchy. It just wouldn't be in his nature. Of course, the public could force up, open, and that could be a totally different situation. And Harry might not have any control over that. But either way, right now, Harry's hoping that the hand of friendship that he showed Ivanka by at least turning up to Buckingham Palace on that prestigious event, while his wife couldn't be bothered, once again, Harry's going to have to go cap in hand, eating humble pie. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.